Bottom of the seventh. Mattingly at bat. One out. Runner on third. Here's the pitch. Mattingly hits it deep to right center.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Running tags. Here's the throw across the USA and into Yankee Stadium, and it's going to be close. Mr. Umpire says the kid's got an arm.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Unlaced, the latest and greatest place to pick up your videos for your cool shoes. Today we're going to take a look at the Nike Air Griffey Max 1s. These right here, 25th anniversary edition. It's been that long. Like, my childhood is apparently like a whole middle-aged life ago. way too long. If you remember these though, these came out back in the 90s. This one right here, 1996. And really cool. Ken Griffey Jr. was one of the greatest baseball players of all time, in the Hall of Fame. In the 90s, iconic. I mean, back then you had Michael Jordan in basketball, you had Ken Griffey in baseball. I mean, it's even so iconic. I mean, you look back at 1993 at the All-Star Game, and Michael Jordan asked Ken Griffey Jr. for his autograph. So that one right there just really kind of set things ablaze with everybody talking in the news, because, I mean, who's Michael Jordan to be asking a baseball player for his autograph? But this one right here, the Air Griffey Max 1, interesting shoe. I want to talk about it. We're going to dive in, look at it, do the unboxing, all that jazz, and talk about the shoe. But before we get into all that, I do want to say, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button, and little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Let's see what these Air Griffey Max 1s have to offer. Okay, now for the fun part. Taking the shoes out of the box. You can see here we got the Nike box, shipped straight from them, red with the white swoosh. Air Griffey Max 1, there's a price, $170. Yes, it is a spicy meatball. It is not a cheap shoe, but it's also not a cheaply made shoe. It's a very well constructed shoe, and it looks sharp. You can see here, you got the teal, the white, the red, and it's got that really cool baseball kind of imprint on the bottom there, max chamber. It's really a nice shoe, and this is super cool back in the 90s because there just wasn't really anything like it in the baseball world. You got the baseball stitching on the back of the heel there, the 24 right there clearly on the ankle strap along with the Nike. I like this. You can see the Nike as you rotate it to the side, the 24 little gold looking plate there, and of course that was his number. So you're going to have that on the shoe, kind of like the Jordans with the 23. You've got the Ken Griffey Jr. little logo there on the back with him swinging it, the sweetest swing. That's kind of the thing here with him. And I love this little keychain thing they have on here. It looks like home plate, and on one side it's got the logo of him swinging, and it's got the 24 on the other side. So I really like what they did with that and how they put it together. It's hanging off the shoe and just gives it a little extra class and sophistication. You take it out of the box and it just looks sharp. Go ahead and grab the other shoe here. So we got both of them out of the box. These are a really nice, it's not really a super high top, I'd say it's more of a mid-style shoe, and it's got plenty of ankle support with this strap. You got this little interior liner on the inside. You can see here it says Swingman on the pull tab on the top of the tongue, and then on the inside it says the sweetest swing, and it's really neat. They put a lot of detail into these shoes, and that's one of the things that I think surprises a lot of people when you talk about shoes. Everyone thinks shoes are all the same. Like, why would I pay that much money? Why do I care about this? But these gave you something, especially if you were a kid growing up, if you really loved the game, you loved baseball, you were a Ken Griffey Jr. fan. They gave you a way to relate with your favorite sports player, just like the Jordans, just like some of the other shoes that are out there. And these are very unique to baseball, which is one of the things that just makes them so cool. Now, the wear test here. We'll go ahead and pop it on. Not too difficult to put these on. They do fit very snugly. Again, you're going to find a lot of support around the ankle, especially with this ankle strap here. Nice quality laces. They're not super long. They don't dangle and hang down onto the ground. Really cool construction. They've got the little checkered pattern on the tips of the shoestrings, and this right here kind of cinches everything down and keeps them from flopping around. That's important if you play baseball, because you don't want to be tripping over your shoelaces if you're running to catch a ball out in center field. They have plenty of support. They feel comfortable, and they look kind of like sleek and streamlined. They're not overly bulky. They're not super wide in the profile, and very much looking like a sports shoe. And then of course the cool little home plate logo there on the side of the chain with the 24. It really just ties everything together, and I think it looks really nice. Got the Nike swoosh on the front there, plenty of flex, but at the same time, very rigid sole, and just a comfortable shoe. So the Air Griffey Max 1s, very iconic shoe from the 90s. If you are probably of the ages like 10 to 20 to 25 years old, this might not be as special for you. For me, back in 1996, these were the hottest shoes on the block. And we were in an era of superstars when it came to sports. You looked at baseball, you had Ken Griffey Jr., larger than life, Barry Bonds, all these guys. Coming off of the baseball strike of 94 to 95, really they needed some energy and like a resurgence of interest in the game, because a lot of people really didn't look on the baseball strike favorably. There weren't a lot of iconic shoes in the baseball world. Largely it was in basketball. And you did have some baseball players that had their own shoe. You look at Bo Jackson, you look at Dion Sanders, but those were largely geared towards football. They played football and they played baseball. They were like sports machines. And then you have his sweetness, Ken Griffey Jr., who was charismatic, he was entertaining, he had a great swing, left-handed batter, and just brought so much energy to the game. Really, really exciting to watch. Played for the Seattle Mariners and was a great guy. And Ken Griffey Sr. being his father, I remember when I got his rookie card and the baseball cards when I got back in the 90s, and I may still have it somewhere. Not on me for this video, but these shoes, 25 years old now. Like, this is the 25-year anniversary edition, and you've got the white, you've got this kind of a teal color, which is a nod to the Seattle Mariners. You've got the Max Air chamber in here as well that goes from the sole into the midsole area. It's very clear and apparent that you can see it. 24 right here on the ankle strap, and this was nice, gives you extra support on the ankle. They do fit and they wear very, very well. I put them on, I tested them out. They're pretty comfortable. I mean, I always wanted a pair of these shoes, and this is kind of a resounding theme. A lot of the shoes that I've been covering here lately are ones that I really, really wanted way back in the day. So you've got the baseball stitching on here. It's a little bit different than what you see on a normal shoe, but it reminds you very much of looking at a baseball, especially when you look at the bottom. You got the flaming baseball here with the green Nike swoosh logo, and then you've got the little dimpled tread here on the bottom, these little boxes. And a little bit extra traction here on the front as well. Got the red, got the white, looks a lot like a baseball, and they're intended to be that way. This right here is actually really helpful. As you saw when I was putting the shoe on, it actually helps. And then there's this interior liner that also kind of cinches down and hugs around your foot, gives you a little extra security inside of the shoe, which is important, especially if you're going to use this to play baseball in. I won't be. Maybe I'll fire up Ken Griffey Jr. baseball and wear them while I play it, but just a neat overall shoe. This one, like I said, there wasn't really anything like it at the time when it came out. We looked at all the Jordans. We had the Jordan 1s, the Jordan 2s, the Jordan 3s. We had the Reebok pumps. I mean, there were a lot of shoes back then. Even like the Rainmaker shoes, I think it was the Sean Kemp's from the Seattle Supersonics. Those were cool. I hope to get a pair of those as well. I can't remember exactly what those were called, but really neat shoes. I hope to get some one day. But this one right here, also you've got the Ken Griffey logo on the back here. Just like the Jumpman for Michael Jordan, you've got this one here, and it looks, I mean, you see the back of these, you know it's Ken Griffey Jr. And then on the tongue here, you've also got on the pull tab, it shows Swingman, and then on the inside it says the sweetest swing, which you see in the B-roll there, way down on the inside where your heel goes. Just a cool shoe overall. A lot of history in here. It may not be the most exciting shoe. Of course, it's not a Jordan shoe, so a lot of people are not going to flock towards it. This isn't something you're going to see in a lot of people's feet and a lot of shelves sitting places. You can still pick them up on the Nike website right now. The sizes are getting a little bit limited, but the price is a little bit on the expensive side at $170. I mean, when you look at the rest of the Nike collection, I mean, I think that it's fairly well priced. It's a solid constructed shoe, and it's a neat shoe. I always wanted it. They're actually going to have, like, I think there's 4 different versions that they have of the shoe out. Kind of a nod to Ken Griffey Jr., the 25th anniversary, his legacy, and what the shoe did for the company back then. And you also got the big gold swoosh Nike logo there on the front of the shoe as well. Solid shoe, a great one to have in my collection here. Happy about it, glad I finally have it. My wife thinks they're kind of dorky, but then my son was like, dude, those shoes are sick. So I figure I got some validation right there. And if the kids think they're cool, don't really care if my wife likes them. Anyway, so that's it on the Griffey Max 1 shoes. Really neat shoe, and I'm glad I finally got to make this video on them. It's kind of, oh, also here, I wanted to show you, I forgot to mention this. This is like the legit looking baseball stitching on the back here, which just really ties it in, especially with the white. Very baseball-esque, and that's a good way to look at the shoe. He actually wore these shoes when he played baseball too, so pretty neat. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and little notification bell. If you want updates when new videos come out, I'll be releasing more videos, trying to stick to this 1-a-week cycle. I did have the other one a couple days ago just because I missed last week. I was out of town, and I wanted to get caught up. But yeah, thanks for taking the time to sit here and go down memory lane and look at some of this cool baseball history and Nike history with the Ken Griffey shoe. So that's all I got. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.